Well, welcome back to the Exec Video Blog. I'm Brett Twitty, Director of Admissions for the Executive Formats of the Darden MBA, joined today by two very special guests, Callie Thompson and Kathy Masloff, with our Executive MBA program team. Welcome to the blog.
Thanks, we're happy to be here.
Yes, we're very happy to be here.
All right, so I'll start off with a softball question. You're relatively new to the Darden team, but obviously it's a very exciting time for our Executive MBA formats. We're in Charlottesville and Roslyn now. We have updated executive formats. As well, our MBA format's been updated, our GEMBA format's been updated. So what's your favorite thing about being part of the Darden team right now?
For me, it's sort of what you just said, to be a part of something that's so new and so exciting for so many people. The students we've got in the class of 18 are sort of the pioneers of the new program, and there's a lot of things about the legacy program in the past that we have certainly kept and incorporated into what we've been doing, but we get very excited. Both Kathy and I talk about this a lot, about how wonderful it is to sort of be a part of something new.
Yeah, I think actually Paul Simcoe, the Associate Dean, he used the phrase one time, he said, you're really like on the ground floor of the elevator and there's nowhere to go but up. Yeah. And I thought that was a good analogy and exactly how we feel, and really we feel very privileged to be in that space that we're in, that we get to launch this thing together. So very excited.
So for many of our students, you're the face of the program, right? They come to you, no matter problems, big, small, ideas, big, small. So talk a little bit about that role. How do you see yourselves relative to the students? What's your orientation?
I think for us, so Kathy was actually a real live cheerleader in high school, and she brings that forward and brings it out in me. And so part of our job, when I first think about seeing them when they come on grounds, a lot of it is our reaction is like, just the energy and the welcoming, because we love them and we're so excited to see them.
Yes.
So that's one part of it, cheerleading, a little bit of making sure that, the little bumps along the road are seen in advance and sort of avoided to the best of our ability, so that we can make sure that they know what they need to do, they've got all the information they need to do it, and being in some ways a liaison between them and the professors, although they've got wonderful relationships with our professors.
Yeah, I think we are. I think our role is to be the ultimate support system on the sidelines. And a previous career, my nickname was Mama Maz, so I think there's a little bit of a nurturing role that comes out from me as well, that I literally just want to wrap my arms around them and lift them up and help guide them along, as Callie does too. So I think our personality really does come into it, and on how we feel like we would like to support them.
Well, I've been on the road for the past couple of weeks meeting with prospective students, and now we're 3 weekends into our program, so 3 weekend residencies, and one of the things that all the prospective students want to know is how things are going. Charlottesville, Roslyn, are they similar, are they different? You know these programs as well as anybody. You're both in Charlottesville and obviously up with the students in Roslyn.
Right.
So what's your impression of how things are going so far?
Things are going so well, and we have really delighted in the fact that we've been able to switch off. So I've been in Roslyn as much as Kathy has. Sometimes we're there together. To the best of our ability, we are maximizing our time with students, because that's really what we're here for.
Yeah, it's important for both of us, for the students to have face time with both of us. So to the extent we can, we certainly have been sharing the task, if not being up there at the same time when we can. I actually did the very first residency in Roslyn, so I get to be the lucky winner of that. And we had a few little bumps in the road, nothing that was a showstopper, but certainly it wasn't perfect to the level that we wanted it to be. But here we are 3 residencies later, and the last one really was just smooth sailing. So I think, it's to be expected that there are going to be some little things that we need to tweak as we go. But the real win for us, I think, and for the students, is knowing that very quickly we're able to sort of rebound on the things that we need to deliver the best experience for our students, which is what matters the most to us.
Because you got to think, we have partners here at Darden who have been at Darden for 30 years.
Yeah.
And they know the classroom in and out. The professors are so familiar with the classroom here. But we have been very impressed by the partners that we now have in Roslyn, because they really are responsive. They want to make sure, and they are starting to feel like an extension of the Darden community as well.
I think that's a very good point. Both Callie and I highly value relationships, not only with our students and our faculty, but sometimes people don't think in terms of the relationships that are important to us with our service providers, and particularly in Roslyn, because there's so much at stake. It's brand new. So we really hope that our service providers feel like we're just all part of the same team, because at the end of the day, we all have the same mission and the same goals.
Absolutely.